What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Low-Key the GOAT, and as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a pretty fire thumbnail today. It's quick, simple, and you only need a couple apps to do it. Now, the first app I'm going to tell you guys to use is Superimpose X. So we're going to open that up and get into it and select the new image. And you want to make sure that the image is pretty clear in the background. I actually didn't have one, so I doctored it up a little bit. But yeah, so you're going to load that and then go to a second layer and upload that same photo again. Now, once you upload the second photo, you want to click on your bottom layer, make sure it's the bottom layer. And what I chose to do in this one was to add some type of blur effect. So I did a motion blur in the background, and I set it at a diagonal angle. It doesn't really matter what angle you set it at. It's just the way you want the effect to, flow. So like I said, I chose to put it at a diagonal angle. And after I did that, I went into mask mode. So I'm going to use a masking tool, which is actually the lasso. And now the point of this right here is I'm going to be cropping the top photo. So make sure you click back on the top photo. And I went in and I started to crop. When you're cropping, you want to make sure that you're not too far away from the body or whatever it is that you're cropping. As you can see, I messed up right here. And you want to make sure, though, that you're not too far away from it. Because the closer you are, it's going to make it look like, you cut your arm short or something. The further away you are, it's going to pick up things in the background. So make sure you try to get as close as possible to whatever it is that you're cropping. The closer you are and the more, steady hand that you have, the better it's going to come out in the end. So, yeah. But, yeah, after I did that, this is what it came out to be. Pretty dope, right? I know. So after we did this, I added a third layer, and I chose the color orange. You just want to make sure that you click whatever color it is, and you want to make sure that it fits to the photo. As you can see, I had to stretch it out to make sure it's over everything. So I covered the whole pic with this orange, and I went to actually overlay, I believe, for this one. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. There's a couple effects you can use. But I believe I used overlay. So I'm just showing you guys right here whatever options you got and however you want it to look. I know it looks kind of weird, but stick with me. I'm going to show you how to get it to look, more professional-like. But yeah, I chose overlay. And once I did the overlay, to get it to back regular color anyways the front, I'm going to take the second image, which is actually the cropped image, and once we did that, and I'm showing you, I think I did something else right there, but yeah, I took the top image and I just scooted above the orange layer, so that is back to its regular tone. Once I did that, I actually, I believe I actually went in to tone it up a little bit with the saturation some. No, I actually went to masking again, so I used the masking tool to mark the outline of the picture, and as you can see, I chose white and black. First layer usually always white because it makes it come out more, and then the second layer I used black because it made it pop a little bit more. So after I did that, masking that's what it came out to look like, and that's just the beginning. So it's pretty easy right there. And what you want to do after you did that is just save your photo. Now, after that, after you saved your photo, you're going to close the app out or, minimize it for a time being. And the second app we're going to use is the Phonto app. So Phonto app makes everything that you type look pretty much doper. So we're going to open the Phonto app up and click on plain images. And I set a custom ratio on here. You want to customize it to 1280 over 720 because that's usually the size of thumbnail and it's fit perfectly for the screen. So we're going to open that, save and use, and that's what it's going to look like. So after that, you're going to take your image, open up image, the one you created, and select it. And I'm not even going to lie to you, this next part, it's not hard, but you just want to try to get it to match up the size of the white box. So you're going to adjust the size ratio and try to get it to fit as close as you can to the boxes. As you can see, I had a little bit of trouble right here. but eventually I got it to fit just like perfectly. But yeah, you're gonna stretch it out widthwise, and you want to make sure that you got your height adjusted properly so it matches up exactly with the white box. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was taking too long. Yeah. All right, there we go. So I got it to stretch out, and I maneuvered it perfectly, or as close as I could, to fit the box. And after I did that, clicked on the background. I'm going to add your text. You can change the font to however you want to, but I already have a preset font that I use, and it works better if you put it in all caps. So you're going to take that text and add it to your background, adjust the size, whatever size you want it to be, and you're going to go into style. In style, you can change the color into whatever you want it to be. I actually chose to make it a black tone, I believe. I might have changed it because I think I started off with a different color. But nah, I actually did a black one. And you're going to go to strokes, and that's going to be the outline of a color. Well, if you want to know outline, you don't have to do this part. But I chose to do a like a reddish orange tint outline. You see, as I had it orange at first, and you can adjust to how thick you want it to be. I had it kind of thick right here. I had chose orange at first, but eventually down the line, I believe I went back in and changed it to like a reddish tone. And then, as you can see what I'm doing right here, I'm adding shadow to it, like a shadow effect. And you can blur the image like in the background to however you want it, if you want to make it legible or not. But that's what I did right here. And I went in and I added that to my banner just to make it look that much better and pop out. And thumbnails is a hot thing right now, so you want to make sure you have some type of thumbnail in your background or your thumbnail, so it can make it pop a little bit more and catch more people's eye. I guess you could say, get the attention. I started to use the 3, but I just went back with the one single one, and I'm going to stretch the size about it and try to adjust it to make it fit somewhere in the background. So as you can see, I came up right here, and I actually added a little tilt to it. So as you can see, I put it in right here, and I'm gonna tilt it. So I want it at a little angle. It doesn't matter what angle you put it at. There's many tools you actually could do with this. Like there's actually a spot, like I could use something like, if I wanted the background lettering, how to make a whatever, I could have it curved, so I can make it look like curved like a rainbow if I had wanted it to. I just chose to leave it straight. I actually did tilt it though, the how to make a part. But yeah, after I tilted the fire, I just went in and clicked add new text again, and then I added my thumbnail. So I added that onto the picture, and I did once again the same thing I did on the first part. I went ahead and adjusted my color scheme and adjusted my size. Did I add a tilt to it? Yeah, I did actually. And as you can see, those things, like you can change your font and you can change the size you use. Preferably though, I'd say get you something that sticks out to you. You know, it doesn't have to be the exact font that I use. I didn't actually tell you what I used because it was just my choice of what to use. But yeah, what I'm doing right here is the same thing I did at the first part, which is going ahead and adjusting my colors and the borderline of the colors. And I actually chose not to use shadow on this one, but I chose a red tint this time with a black, a black outline. So I pretty much just switched the top 2 colors. So after I did that, I went ahead and rescaled the size of it. Well, I was adjusting the fire. I was playing around with the fire. I didn't know what I wanted to do with the fire emoji at first. So I figured I was going to do it eventually, but as I went in, I readjusted that. And after I got it fit to a place where I found suitable, I went back in and I changed my thumbnail text, moved it around, adjusted it to the size I wanted it to be, a size I could fit. And I put a little tilt on that, as you can see. Shrunk it back down a little bit. And I went in and adjusted it pretty much and just let it stick. So after I got it, that's how it came out to be. So it's pretty much not that much to do to make a good, thumbnail, but it's pretty simple. Now, after I did that, though, I went back into Superimpose X, and what I'm going to do right here is add a little flare to it. So I just went into effects after I did all that, and you can choose whatever you want. I just chose to do a little pop, something like in the background. I changed it up a couple times, but I ended up settling on a little light in the background, like something with a little flare, and adjusted that right there to make it stick out. And I added that to it, and pretty much, boom, we're done. So after I got that added to the photo, I went in, saved it, and that was it pretty much basically. So yeah. But guys, that's how I make my thumbnails. Not that hard, pretty simple, pretty easy, and it's quick. So yeah. But go ahead and check out my other videos, you guys. Thank you for tuning in for this tutorial. Make sure you guys follow the page, subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think of the video.